Real.
No, you gotta be real. Hey, you work so hard. Don't beat yourself up. You guys, if you need rest, rest. Read what your body's telling you. And we have an expert today on energy, on health, right? On physique, on relationship. Nina, are you here?
I'm here.
Hey guys. Look at you guys look so great all the time. Guys. Oh, you're muted again. Oh, you muted them. Okay. Oh, there you
Can
go.
you hear us now?
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
how do you
good.
always look so great? So we're just talking about balance, right? And I feel like in the industry, at least what I see on social media, I met you guys in person, obviously, and you're always looking energetic. You're always looking great. You're always so positive. And I feel like your family life is something I and my wife Crystal aspire to be, and I just watch you guys and I'm inspired daily. But I like to introduce you to the crowd and have you share your story first and foremost about how you guys started, how you guys came to Canada, what hardship you had to go through to become successful today. So without further ado, Nina, Kako, and Roger Guertin, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us. Well, you are
Yeah.
definitely our hero in terms of consistency and just kicking ass in real estate.
And hair.
Jesus, look at this guy.
He always looks good.
I wouldn't go get a transplant. So, that's beside the
Oh, there you
point.
go.
So yeah, you have an incredible story. Do share with the crowd how you came to Canada and what you had to go through to come to this point right now.
Well, thank you, John, to get me all the way back there. But yeah, so I'm from Iraq. I was born, raised in Baghdad. I had to leave when I was 15 years old because of the war. I mean, the country was in the war for 10 years between Iraq and Iran. So we had enough.
That was the first one, golf.
That was the first one, yeah. When the US bombed in 91, we had enough. We said, okay, that's it. So we kind of fled the country, my family and I, and we became a refugee in Turkey.
Wow.
I lived in the tents, in the military tents for about 3 years in a refugee camp, and then made it to Canada. When I was 18, I got here, and then I hustled you guys. I hustled my butt off. I worked 3 jobs. I went to school. I didn't speak any English at 18 years old. I met this amazing human being.
She went to a nightclub and then she met me.
Oh, for real?
3 years after I came here. And then the rest is history. We're 24 years later.
Wow.
We're doing everything together.
Did you say 34 years later?
24.
Oh, 24. Wow.
Yeah, I'm 44 and he's 47.
Oh my goodness. Again, you guys look fantastic. I want to look like you, Roger, at 47. I'm 41 right now, so I'm not far behind. So incredible story. You guys do big production, and I'm just surprised to see you guys still make time for the gym, still make time to cook really healthy food, and you always have these health hacks. And Roger, you weren't always this fit. It was maybe later years, like maybe mid.
Actually, when I turned 40, I mean, I kind of worked out on and off throughout my life. But when I turned 40, I mean, me and I had a discussion. My dad passed away young. He got sick at 46 and passed away at 54.
Wow.
And it was just unhealthy living that brought him there. So I said, I don't want to have that same life. So, got into fitness, got into working out, eating well, and just real estate, enjoying life, all that stuff.
Well, it actually started when we got engaged. John, that's when the whole thing started. We had literally pinky promised each other, if we're getting married, if we're gonna live a life forever together, our rule number 1 would be to always have fun, and number 2, to always stay fit, no matter what. And I'm not trying to be shallow about that or anything. It's just like, I know growing up, being fit and being healthy meant so much to me, and I always had energy. I always felt good and I noticed my siblings or the people in my family that were a little overweight or living unhealthy life didn't live that happy. So we always had that in our mind that we were always gonna have fun and we were always gonna be fit, no matter where we were in life.
I was a little bit shallow on that side. I said, you're always gonna learn, right?
Well, it's okay. It's okay. Being shallow in health, meaning you look good and you feel good and everything else works out. I believe that now, after 10, 15 years in real estate, that if you take care of your health, if you take care of your family, right, and everything's good there, the core is good, and business just happens naturally and it's going to be a lot more fun. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, everything starts with your health. Honestly, if you're not well, you can't perform. You can't talk to your clients. You can't take care of your husband, your children, your family. It all starts from being healthy. And to be healthy, it cannot be, oh, I'll work out one day, I'll eat healthy one day, and I'll be on a couch potato, or it doesn't work like that. It's a consistent, you know that better than anybody. It's a day in and day out, all the time, forever. It's a mentality that you have to build in order for you to sustain that life. Because you can't say, oh, today I'm going to eat good, tomorrow I'll have a burger. It doesn't work like that.
The
You,
life.
you know yourself. I mean, you were saying that just before we were having issues getting on, how you're by noon or 2 o'clock, you're kind of done. Well, building your energy all day involves movement. If you're not moving, then you're going to be tired, and if you are moving, then you're gonna strive more energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So while we're on the topic of energy, as we are so busy in this market right now, I mean, Toronto's crazy, right, in terms of the market.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Do you still, make time to cook, or are you then, more lax on, going out to eat or whatever? Like, does that, or do you always say, what, no matter what, we're gonna be healthy, we've got to make time for working out, no matter how busy the market is?
No, that's our number one. No matter how busy the market is, I always make time for eating healthy. I still prep our food almost every second day. I make sure we always have good, healthy proteins in the fridge, carbs, vegetables, everything. Like it's our number one priority. And like Roger said, nothing's open. We've been closed pretty much a year, so that's all on me. I got to make sure the entire family eats healthy, not just Roger and I, our children as well, which right now they're teens and they're so into their health and they're so into what we're doing. So they're following our footsteps. So I got to be really on them, making sure that they are on top of, their health.
Yeah,
So no, it's in
you
everything.
guys set an example. I love you guys when you guys post about your fitness and just having fun in life. It really inspires me. How much do you think having fun and being healthy contributes to your real estate business?
A lot. Okay, so the fun thing has always been his. His one thing in life is always and foremost is to have fun. No matter what he does, he wants to have fun. And for me, it's always been health. So when we first met, we knew our values and our goals were very much the same. So we've sort of played on that throughout everything we do. And real estate is the same thing. Like we both come from sales background, and when we got into it, we both looked at each other. We're like, so this is the business. The business doesn't come to you. You have to go after the business, just like every other sales. But in order to do that, you gotta look good. You gotta have energy. You gotta let your clients know that you're on top of your life, and that's how they're gonna hire you.
Right.
If you're lazy, if you're not taking care of yourself, people see that. You know what I mean? So we incorporate that into our real estate every day. People see us. They see what we do, and they hire us accordingly.
Yeah, okay. Let me ask you this question. Because people, when I first started out in my career, I was like, I got no time to work out. And then one of my mentor is in my office. She's like, you're gonna realize that later on that you're gonna want to work out because they'll want to hire you because of it. So I'm just realizing, like, you know what, I never, ever miss a workout, right? So I do want to talk more about this. An objection, like, but I have no time, Nina. But I have no time, Roger. What do you say to that?
Well, how much time do they spend on social media or watching TV or doing stuff that there is not going to give them any kind of result?
Guilty.
Yeah, exactly. So we spend a lot. Most of our workout time is done in the morning, right, way before even the real estate market starts. So we try and get it out of the way first thing, and which helps us with the energy the rest of the day. If I wake up at 8 and I start prospecting at 9, I'm going to sound like I just woke up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, so if you're sit there and you already had your day done in terms of workout and anything that you ate, you had your coffee, you're chilled. Now you can jump on the phones and talk to people. I mean, I remember when I first started, shit, I used to go to bed late and wake up at like 11, 12 o'clock
Right.
and go to work. And I remember I was driving to my office, my real estate office, and I was seeing cars drive by me, and all I can think of is these guys are halfway through their day, and I'm just starting mine.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So actually, when we started with Mike Ferry, that's when we started, getting up early and doing the stuff that pushes us forward early in the morning,
Yeah,
getting it out of the
definitely.
way,
And
getting a
I've
morning
realized that
routine.
over the years, like you can't just wake up and be frazzled and go right into work. Your mindset's
Mm.
going to be all over the place, right? I actually do it more for the mind than the body. Um,
So do I.
yeah, right, right. You got to
So
do
do
it.
I.
So tell me
Yeah.
about your typical day. We're so busy in the real estate market. What time do you wake up? What time do you get to business? What time you cut it off and spend time with each other and the kids?
So we do it a little differently here because we work together. Everything we have together. So I wake up a little earlier than Raj. I have my own little time of
She likes her
myself.
me time in the morning, so I give it
Yeah.
to her.
Like today, I woke up and I literally watched the sun for about 25 minutes in silence. I didn't do nothing. I just sat there with my coffee and watched the sun. And that, my mind took me a lot of places, and a lot of places that were good, not the negative places. I was feeling a little down for the past couple of days with all the, shutdowns and all the lockdowns that we've been having. So that really, really helped me. In the morning, I get up and read normally. I would say, 95% of the time I get up, I read, I have my coffee, I wake them up, we work out, and then we start our day around 7 in the morning.
Nice.
Usually before all this lockdowns and stuff, we used to get up at both of us at 5:30 and go to the gym.
Yeah.
Actually go to the gym, come back, get ready, and get ready for work. But now that we're at home and everything's at home, the gym and everything's at home, we're able to, I'm able to get up at 7 and just go right down to work.
Yeah.
Fasted.
Do you guys have a cutoff time?
Do I have a cutoff time?
Not for him. He's always working. He's always on his phone. I, on the other hand, I do have a cutoff time between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. I'm done. And then that's my kids' time. Every night, one thing that everything in life is priority, right? To me, our kids, our families are number one, is our priority. Business comes second. So every night throughout the pandemic, we've allocated 1 to 2 hours a night with our kids, regardless what's happening in our business, regardless what's happening in our life. We have that time with them every night. And so around 7:30, 8 o'clock, I get up, I hang out with my kids, we have dinner, and we watch TV till about 10, 11. I usually out, I'm on the couch sleeping, he wakes me up. And then I get up again every day at 5 o'clock. But him, he goes on. He works late sometimes till 1, 2.
Yeah, we normally start our real estate around 9. Like I'll start talking to people, or setting up appointments, whatever I have to do that day. And then it goes on. The good thing is I'm able to balance what I need to do. So if I know that I want to go, listing appointments or do some showings, I'll set those up in the day where I know that I have time to either, when the kids are in school, to pick them up at school, bring them home, have a little bit of time with them, and then go again. So yeah, sometimes I'll work late, but I'll have those midday breaks to just kind of chill.
Yeah, good. Now, Jack Tsai just asked a question, because it sounds like, Roger, you're always working. When do you make time to shut it off? And do you, in fact, shut it off?
Well, like I said, it's not that I shut it off. I just kind of, because when I say working, it's just on my phone. Like I'm not out all day.
Okay.
So I'm taking calls, I'm answering emails, I'm, even now, the way the pandemic is, I actually love what it did, that I don't have to present offers anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't had to I started that a long time ago, that I wasn't doing it. I would just do everything over DocuSign or whatever we're using at the time. So now with this, it makes things go so much quicker in terms of bouncing back and forth offers and that kind of stuff. So, if I turn it off for whatever I have to do that day. If I'm going bike riding with the kids, or if I'm doing something like in that nature, then I turn it off. I get back to them when I'm done.
we're really good in terms of, we know when it's busy, he will tackle everything. We both will, to be honest, we both tackle everything at once. And when we find it a little slowed down, then we put more effort into our time, our time together, our family time together. So we don't, it's not always go, 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 real estate business. It's not. It's, I mean, balance is never perfect, okay? But we strive really, really, really hard to have a good balance in our marriage and our family and in our business. And I think we've done a really good job in terms of keeping it all together in that matter.
You have always look great and energetic. A lot of us in real estate, are so burnt out all the time. We can't go anywhere right now. So the mental health is real, like is a real issue. Are you guys doing anything extra to protect your mental health right now? Under these
Kidding, of course. I meditate. We meditate every day. We do the cold showers every day. The whole year of pandemic, we've been using. I don't know if you know Wim Hof.
Yes.
He is an incredible man. He is just crazy. He lives in the ice, naked. So we've been using his method. We do 10 minutes of meditation every day, breathing, like heavy breathing, and I'm up to 3 minutes cold showers now.
I don't do ice naked. It causes shrinkage, and I don't like it.
It's temporary, Roger.
But it's not easy. This pandemic is honestly even the strongest out there. And I thought I was really mentally strong, but it gets me down a lot of times. It really mentally gets me down. And what picks me up is looking at my kids. And I'm like, okay, I gotta be tough for them because they've never seen anything like this. I've gone through hell and back my entire life,
Right.
but they haven't. So even me, I can break down sometimes, but I can get up. But I need to stay strong for them because they're teens, A lot of their friends are having a hard time right now dealing with pandemic. There's a lot of depression. There's a lot of hurting themselves. I'm like constantly focusing on them. That's why he's doing mostly real estate, and I'm doing a lot of behind the scene because my kids, I want them to be as healthy and as happy as possible throughout this pandemic.
Not just that, as you know, we started our relationship podcast kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That kind of thing is basically to help us with our mindset as well. Help us with how, because we're learning from all these people that we talk to, or all the research we have to do a show. We're learning how to keep us happy, because that's my main goal, is to stay happy. I mean, I got a lot of friends that are quite a bit younger than me that look like they're in their 50s and 60s because they have such stressful lives.
Yeah.
They're just stressed about everything. Obviously we have stress. We work with people, but I have no issues with dropping somebody if I find that it's just going to be a total negative down kill the whole day, because,
He's so good at that, John. He is so humble, but he's so good when there's, excuse my language, assholes of clients, he'll drop them. He will literally drop them. He's like, you know what? I don't need the stress, and I don't need your paycheck. I'm out.
Wow.
Some of them I can handle, because they're a lot like my father used to be, or whatever. Like pains in the asses that way, which I can handle. But like I said, I'd rather have a smile on my face than $1 in my pocket.
I'd rather have a smile on my face than $1 in my pocket. Guys, really listen to that. Mental health is so important. We don't need to go through that. As long as you're happy and you're energetic, you're going to attract more good business to you anyways.
And neither one of us came from money, actually very, very, very far from it. Mm-hmm. So like I said, I mean, I have a lot of stuff now. I'm happy with the way our lives went. It wasn't something when I was a kid saying, oh, I'm going to live in a $2 million house. I'm going to drive a BMW. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's not something I strive for, but working at it and learning from other people like yourselves. We tend to just move up every year, and then success just happens. The more you work, the more you get.
Very good.
That's a key. The more you work, the more you get.
Exactly. And the more you work, the more energy you need, guys. So really take care of your health. Make sure to make it a point to work out, to eat healthy, or else you don't have longevity in this business. Stress will eat you alive. I want to talk about date nights, because you guys spend a lot of time with kids, this and that. But what about date nights for just you and Roger?
We have them every month. once a
Well, at
month.
least.
Once a month, but once a month is just us. We have a lot of date nights, but once a month, John, it's just him and I. We don't talk about no business, no children, no nothing, just him and I. About us, about our future, about what our plans are. And we've never stopped that. We've always had that.
Sometimes it's just little things like, what if we win the lottery? We'll sit there and talk about all the stuff we want to do. And it just kind of gives you that happiness, that hope that you know, oh yeah, I have this beach house, I'll have this, I'll have that, you know, those kind of things. So it's just like again, mental happiness, you know, working on that.
Like last week we talked about, we have a lot of great guests on our podcast, on our show, and they're all about relationships and they're doctors and stuff like that. One of them was about attachment styles. We didn't know what that was until recently, till we researched and learned about it. So we sat there and talked about it, and we dug deep from our childhood and where our style came from. And it was a really, really, really good learning experience for both of us. I've been with him for 20 years. I learned so many things that I never knew before. And he did the same thing. And we're like, shit, this thing is working really good in our benefit.
Well, just like all this stuff, I mean, everybody here is learning about real estate and how to do better and how to, you know, look for mentors and that kind of stuff. You got to do that with your mindset as well. I mean, I believe you also did Landmark in the past.
Yes.
You know, we've done that, and it was based from Mike Ferry. We heard about it at Mike Ferry. We thought it was a sales thing, so we went to it, and it turned out that it actually helped our marriage tenfold, and the way we think tenfold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, not just learning in terms of what you're going to do next in your business, but learn from other people what you can do with your life to make it that much better.
Exactly. Guys, so tell us, we have, oh my gosh, time flew by, but tell us a little bit about your podcast and what it's all about and where do we subscribe?
Yeah, it's called the Head Over Heels Show, and you can go to it on any
platform. They're all Apple,
Apple,
Spotify,
all
Google,
that stuff. Yeah,
all of them.
iHeartRadio, all that stuff. And what else we got?
It's a relationship show. How it started, I'll go really quickly on this. How it started, being in the business of real estate for over 16 years, both of us together, we saw a lot of divorces, a lot of couples falling apart. And we would always wonder if they could help the situation, if they had done something better or something, learn a little bit more about each other. And we would always talk about it after we would leave a client. And when, like 2 years ago, we talked about having a podcast. It was like, well, everybody says we're really good at relationship. Why don't we start something like this? And after researching, we're like, hell, half of these people that got divorced, they could have helped it if they just learned a little bit about this subject, that subject, this and that. So this is how our podcast started. We try to help couples see more to life than just divorce.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
that's
If you can help it, work on it.
work on the relationship, guys. I mean, if I didn't have my better half, my business wouldn't be where it is today. And I can see that from you guys, and you inspire us daily. Guys, how can we reach you? How can we send you referrals?
Well, we're based in Toronto. You can reach us on Instagram. We're Nina Kako, Roger Guertin. You can reach us there. We're friends with John. You can always see us there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any last advice for the audience who are mainly, you know, newer agents, you know, crushing it, working 7 days a week? Any last advice for the audience?
Oh, if they're crushing it, working 7 days a week, my advice would be take one day and just sit down and think, what is it that you want in life for you, not anybody else, and just go after that.
Reverse engineer. What I need to do to get
You
there.
give everybody else everything you have. Now give something to yourself.
And if you're young enough, do it. Just keep hitting the pavement like that until you're, you know, you build a business that can kind of sustain itself. It's kind of where we are now. We've built a business. I mean, we can continue pushing and build it to, you know, mass production. But it's, you know, we're happy with the amount of work we're doing now and the amount of, you know, money that's coming in and what we're doing with our kids and our family. And you know,
Just define your success. What is your success? For everybody is different, right?
Right. Jack Tsai, listen up. Take 1 day off per week. That's a must. Well, guys, you guys have been phenomenal. Again, keep inspiring everyone, the realtor community and everyone. And you know what, people, guys, if you have any relationship issues, challenges, go check out their podcast, Head
Yeah.
Over Heels podcast. You can find it anywhere. Guys, thank you so much for today.
Yeah.
And guys, everyone, make it a great day. We'll see you all soon. Stay healthy, stay safe.
Thanks, guys.
Adios.
Thanks for
Thank you
having us.
very
guys.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.